to begin in Raleigh County with a feel-good story of miraculous survival. A baby born very prematurely spent 19 months fighting to live. In fact, the baby boy from Raleigh County did not even get to leave the hospital and even celebrated his first birthday under medical care. But now, at the tender age of 19 months, that baby boy got to go home with his parents. Our Robert Castillo shares the story.
Douglas Epling, or as some people call him, Dougie, was born prematurely just 1 week into the second trimester of his mother's pregnancy. Odds for survival were not in his favor. Dougie's father, Matthew Epling, says Dougie only weighed 1 pound 14 ounces when he came into the world. His lungs were not fully developed at that point, but he did take that first breath, and his medical team worked to keep him alive. Dougie finally came home for the first time last week.
Just to see him put him in our car for the first time and drive home and come here. And then when I got here, of course, someone had put a sign in my yard, welcome Dougie home with balloons. You can't describe the feeling.
Epling says his son lived in the hospital from the time he was born. He says he and his wife would make trips to see Dougie every weekend at a children's hospital in Ohio. He says seeing his son's eyes light up at the sight of simple things we often take for granted means so much.
The colors are just pop out at him. Sounds and noises, it's brand new for him. All he's ever heard were the sounds of a hospital room. It's amazing. I mean, I'm speechless with it.
Epling says Dougie still requires quite a bit of medical care. Dougie currently has a tracheotomy to help him breathe, as well as a feeding tube so he can eat. However, Epling says the care is a small price to pay for having his son home.
Yeah! It's like a trade-off, because now we're the doctors. You know, literally, you know, whether it's suctioning his throat or whatever problems having to think on our feet of what they've trained us to do. And of course, we have some medical staff, but to be honest with you, it's wonderful to know that every morning I wake up, I'm home.
Epling says Dougie is a miracle child. He says at one point they were on the brink of losing him due to an infection, but antibiotics saved his life, a life that finally continues at home. Here for you in Raleigh County, I'm Robert Castillo, WVVA News.
Nice story. Thank you for that report, Robert. Epling says that he's had a lot of support from the community and he's thankful for it. It's been invaluable along their journey to bringing Dougie home.